What's going on, guys? My name is Arjun Roy and I'm from Team Fit Gains, and today we're going to talk about meal timing and does it impact your results. So a big question we'll get asked is like, if I eat my roti later on, closer to bedtime, will that make a difference? Or if I eat it earlier, is that going to be better for you? So we're going to look at this three different ways. We're going to look at it through fat loss, we're going to look at it through muscle building, and the third way is performance. Now, when it comes down to fat loss, the golden rule is always calories in versus calories out. It doesn't really matter the times you eat as long as everything else is the same. So if you're eating the same amount of calories and you've got 2 different days, right? In one day, you eat the calories, before 6 p.m. and on the other day, you eat the calories, 10 p.m., say before then. Does that have a difference on your results? If everything else is the same, if you're doing the same amount of exercise, same amount of steps, same calories, same macros, same amount of sleep, and nothing else is affected, there'll be no difference in fat loss results. And there was a study actually done on this in 2022. I'll link it down below. And what they tested was a group that had their calories earlier in the day versus a group that had their calories later on in the day. Was there any differences in their results? There was no significant differences in weight loss, circumference, waist loss, none of those things. There were some differences in like hunger levels and satiety. So the group that ate their calories later on in the day did feel more hungrier throughout the day. So that can impact things. But when they stuck with the calories and they didn't change anything, they got the same results. Now, if the time you eat influences other things, then they can have an impact. For example, if I eat before I train, I might be able to train harder because I've got more energy. If I can train harder, I can maybe build a bit more muscle, I can burn more calories. That's going to have an impact on the calories in, calories out equation, and then that can change things. Another example is if I eat a big meal just before I go to sleep, that's going to have impact on my sleep quality. If my sleep quality is negative, is less, then that can change things. But if everything else is equal, right, and the only difference is the time that you eat, you will see no differences when it comes to fat loss or weight loss. Now, going to muscle building. Now, if I want to build muscle, I know I need to eat enough calories and eat enough protein. Also, with the protein, there is evidence to show us that if you spread it out throughout the day, that will positively promote muscle protein synthesis, meaning I'm going to be able to build more muscle if I can spread that protein out. So if I've got a 160 gram protein target, rather than having that all in one big meal, I'm going to have better results if I can split that up over 4 meals at 40 grams per meal. That will give me the optimal results when it comes down to muscle building. And then we have performance. If I want to train and I want to perform well, I need that energy in my system. So it will make sense, even if I'm on a fat loss journey, if I can have some carbs and protein before I train, I'm going to have a better session. I can perform better. So that will impact that. So the key takeaways are this. For fat loss, it doesn't really matter as long as everything else stays the same. When it comes to muscle building, you want to spread your protein out evenly across the day if possible. And when it comes to performance, you want to make sure you are training with good amount of energy, a good amount of glycogen stores, so you can lift the most weight, you can run the hardest, the fastest, and then that will get you good results.